Good morning, guys. Today I am out in the Swedish wilderness, my final couple days in Sweden before I depart back to the Netherlands. And today I am being visited by my girlfriend Iris from the Netherlands. And Iris really doesn't like the trolling, she doesn't like the big bait stuff, so today we're gonna downsize a bit, use light tackle, fish the bays, fish the reeds, fish the structures, and try and see if we can catch some pike and some perch. I would hope for a zander, but I don't think that's an option on the lake we're fishing today. And we're gonna use a new shad from Savage, the Gobster Shad, but I'm gonna tell you all about it later on. First we're gonna head down, jump into the boat, and start fishing. Let's go. So we are gonna target pike first. We're gonna head into the bays and fish the reeds and the shallow areas. It's end of May, so there'll probably be a lot of vegetation, so I don't want to fish too deep. I'm gonna use a single hook. In this case I'm gonna use a 7.5 gram Savage gear jig head combined with the 11.5 centimeter Gobster. There's so many cool colors, but I'm gonna go for this brown natural color with some silvery and blue flakes in it. And the Goby, especially in the Netherlands, yeah, it's like power food for the pike and the perch and the zander.
Now, a little background info on the Goby as a species. The round Goby is an invasive species that was brought over from the US to Europe in the ballast tanks of cargo ships from the Caspian Sea. They thrive really well in both freshwater and brackish water, first spotted in Poland and now widespread across Europe. They are not particularly fast swimmers and only grow up to 25 centimeters, making them the perfect bait fish.
I like the profile as well. It has quite a wide profile, and as you can see the tail goes from left to right quite easily because it has these flexible joints from the middle of the body towards the end of the paddle tail, and also a wide paddle tail which creates a lot of motion. It rocks the bait from left to right and creates a lot of vibration underneath the water. As said before, I'm gonna rig it up with a 7.5 gram Savage gear jig head, and for the guys who don't know, easy trick to rig these is just put the jig head close to it, put your finger at it like this, see where the bend of the hook comes out, which is at the end over here. I'm gonna mark it really quick, and then just push the soft bait gently over your jig, and then push it through, and voila, perfectly straight. And as you can see, this needs nothing more than just this single hook. No trebles, no stingers. Just a fairly easy and clean setup like this. I was explaining Iris the difference between using a bait caster and a spinning reel. Barely hook width. Nice. Really hit it like a train. Beautiful little fish, good colors, and well built as well. Stop. Gobster is producing so far, and we are fishing the reeds in the bays, and it's probably gonna be a numbers game today. Gonna fish mostly on the shallow. It's always fun when I go out fishing with Iris, because the reason why she likes to fish with these small soft baits is that it just tends to bring a lot of fish in the boat, so you get a lot of action during the day.
Straight today.
I just missed a perch on the 11.5 centimeter. I switched to the smallest size of the Gobster because the perch just smashed it right in the front of the boat and then it came off because it wasn't such a big perch. So I thought, let's just downsize it. I think it's a bit similar to the pike that Iris just caught. Well, it was intended to have perch on the menu, but yeah, 7.5 gram sinker again, smaller jig hook obviously.
Gaat daar iets? Hij is sterk, joh. What the fuck, dude?
This is Iris her fish, Chuck. I missed another perch. It was on the small Gobster. And then I gave her my rod so I could give her a small Gobster as well. Smash it in front of the boat when she slowed down the Gobster. So beautiful little fish. I missed a fish and she was already complaining that I was getting a head start, like 2 extra points, so to speak. And then I missed it and I told her I was probably gonna go for it another time. It's not in the bag yet, but... And then I lifted the Gobster up towards the surface and I slowed it down, and then... That's the benefit of fishing so light as we're doing now, 7.5 gram. It's so easy to control the bait and push it towards the surface and let it glide out, but because it has a wide paddle, it still moves at the slowest of speed, so really cool. They are so... Got to be kidding me. Wah wah wah. Alright. Today we are using the new Gobster Shad from Savage Gear. It comes in 3 different sizes. It comes in a 7.5 centimeter, perfectly suited for perch and zander. And it comes in a 9 centimeter, which is a bit more all round, and then the 11.5 centimeter, which we are using today mostly because we are targeting pike. We had a couple perch hitting it, but the perch were a bit too tiny to successfully set the hook on the 11.5 centimeter. We caught a couple pike on the 7.5 as well. They come in a variety of different colors. This is obviously the clear water mix, but you also have a dark water mix with more bright and shocking colors. It's super fun to fish in these bays, fish on the structures, because you can catch basically anything with the Gobster Shad. It mimics a Goby, which is very common in Europe. It's a popular bait fish. There are abundance of these bait fish on the bottom and in tons of different rivers and water systems in the Netherlands, but throughout Europe. And today I'm fishing with Iris, and Iris isn't really a passionate angler like I am. I can sink my teeth in the water and I can grind it out for hours without a single take, knowing that that one single bite can come at the end of the day, and then it's been a successful day for me. But when you bring someone out who is just out there to enjoy him or herself, to have a fun day out with numbers and hopefully a big fish as well, then soft baits like the Gobster are excellent to use because you get a lot of fish on them. It's not really a big fish magnet, so to speak, compared to a big 40 centimeter trout. It's not really selective fishing in that way, but you can catch big fish on it and you will get a lot of fish on them. So downsizing and using it with a quite light setup like a 7.5 gram jig head combined with light tackle. I'm using the SG4 light game, for instance, with a SG10 reel on it. Light braids, fluorocarbon, not too thin. I'm using 0.82. You can also use a wire trace if you want to be completely safe. But having a small soft bait, which is easy to work with if you're not used to casting all day, it's very light as well. And then you can have a ton of fun out on the water.
I cannot wait to try the Gobster in the Netherlands for Xander. Pike and Perch certainly seem to love them. Also, with a weedless system, it will do magic once the grass grows too thick during summer. All 3 sizes of the Gobster are easy to fish and are available in stores June 2022. I am certain you will enjoy fishing with the Gobster. Iris and I had a blast using them in Sweden. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the Savage Guy YouTube channel if you haven't already, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.